Awesome. Thank you guys, and we are extremely happy to be affiliated and being sponsors of your organization or club this year.
Thank you very much, and I see great things happening already for the Old Football Club. Alright, I'll speak on behalf of KFC, so just bear with me. As I said before, KFC apologized for not being here, and they sent this message to the Old Football Club. KFC Antigua is happy to be partnered with the Old Football team. We expect the team to be professional and perform to expectation. At KFC, we emphasize teamwork. It is important that you work as a team. Work together and you will win together. All the best for the season. God bless you all. Thank you very much. That's from KFC. All right. I'll now call on Mr. Ezron Gittins, member of Caribbean Union Bank.
Good evening to all the athletes. I'm an athlete myself, so I address you as athlete, not player. Athletes, to the management and staff of the club itself, to the villagers, supporters, family members, and all the other distinguished guests and sponsors of the team. Caribbean Union Bank is pleased to be on board with you, the Old Road Football Club. As you are aware, we have been on board with this community in your youth program for 2 years. And we are happy to also be on board at this time with your senior team. And we wish to confirm that you are all winners. You have won our hearts to become your sponsor, so you automatically are winners, right? And for that, I wish you give yourselves a round of applause. Again, we have also been on board, as I mentioned, with your summer camps, and we are always happy to be on board as sponsors. We are involved in the community. Those of you who follow the festivities, you know that we were sponsors of the Hell's Gate, who were eventual champions. So again, we consider you champions. We associate ourselves with champions, and we think of you as champions. We just hope that you do go out there and put your best foot forward, continue to work together as a team. There is no I in team. And as long as you think team first, you will always be on top. You will give your best, not looking for self, looking for team, and you give your full respect to your managers and to the club. Because you not just represent yourself, you do represent your sponsors, you do represent your families, your teams, and the community on the whole. So we look forward to be involved with you. You know that the trophies that we hold that you would have earned, or the community would have earned, is housed at one of our branches, which is in Jolly Harbor. We have a new branch coming on stream, and just a note for you to know that we expect to see faces there for whatever reason, whether to become members of the bank or to patronize us in some way. We just hope to see you there, and we can gain better and more relationships with you and everyone on the whole. So congratulations again, and we look forward to positive things for the club and the team and the community going forward. Thanks again.
Thank you very much, sir. All right, I'll now call a representative for Jazz to give some brief Imagine that. Jazz, give it some brief remarks.
Good afternoon. All protocols observed. I'm here on behalf of Mr. Daniel Williams and Nadia Williams, founder owners of Jazz, which is located opposite ECAB, that's on Reckless Street. We at Jazz are truly honored to be the platinum sponsor for the Oldwood football team. We are more than delighted, not just because we enjoy the opportunity, but because it brings influence, courage, and smiles to the youth within the community to represent themselves as ambassadors of the club. To the players, your talent determines what you can do. Your motivation determines how much you're willing to do. Your attitude determines how well you will do it. So today, we at Jazz would like to challenge the players and the executive members along with the coaching staff in 5 simple and easy ways. 1, do not punish for failure. 2, set clear goals and do it. 3, motivate your players, motivate each other. 4, at practice, minimize lines and maximize activity. 5, be realistic in your expectations for yourself, your players, and your team. And most of all, go out and make yourself, your family, your community, your country, and lastly, your team proud. And let's go out there and let's bring the 2019-2020 ABFA Premier League Championship to Old Road.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ms. Edwards. Still waiting on the president of the ABFA. Okay, so that's the next thing up, the president of the ABFA. So let me just say how grateful I am for all the sponsors, all the people on board with the Oldwood Football Club. Players, don't feel too much is on your shoulder. I guess the sponsors just want the best. And I know you guys are going to go out and do your best. So there's no weight on your shoulder, easy pickings. Alright? Alright guys? Alright. Let me call the representative for the area, All Saints East and Central, and also a sponsor of the Old Road football team, Mr. Jamal Pringle.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. I want to say a special good evening to one and all. And I must use this opportunity to say congratulations to the Old Road Football Club. The only time I've seen something of this sort is watching it on TV. So I must say, it's a move towards the right direction. So I'm indeed happy to be here today to experience such. Secondly, I wish to charge you, the players of the Old Road Football Club, because here we are at a press conference where sponsors and members of the communities are putting their full support behind you. And you, as players, have an obligation to this community in making sure that you deliver for us. And when I say deliver for us, championship is one thing, but the attitude and discipline that we portray is the greatest deliverance we can have as a community, because it is going to transcend down to even the youth that we see running around Old Road today. And you're going to be the inspiration for us to see the next superstars out of Old Road. So it is important that you stay focused and let us go and make each and every brand that we are representing a beacon of light. Let us not do as what persons expect us to do. We're anything less than delivering for these sponsors. I can tell you such, in a time when this economy is at its worst, companies are still putting their hard-earned money behind you. And we must continue to show them our appreciation and motivate them to continue to do so. So let us represent the brands, Draws, KFC, Townhouse Megastore, Caribbean Union Bank, Antigua Plumbing and Hardware Center. Let us show them that it's not just the money we're after, but we're about delivering a phenomenal product coming this season. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pringle. Let me also acknowledge the presence of Football Profile 268. All the information you guys need, all the stats, you can get that from Football Profile 268. And also want to acknowledge the presence of ABS Television, because if we don't mention them, they might not play this on here, right? So I just want to acknowledge ABS. ZDK is here as well. So is it ZDK or Liberty Radio? Same thing. All right. No big difference. All right, we're moving right along. Next item on our agenda. All right, we're going to ask a gentleman to come and say a few words. I'm going to pull him out of his crease. I don't think he expected this. Mr. Neil Cochran, please come and say something on behalf of the radio.
All the protocols are already established, observed. And I have to tell you before I start that we are live on Pure Sports Antigua. So again, it's a very historic day, and I'm proud to be a part of this history-making day. Give Pure Sports Antigua a round of applause. And give yourselves a round of applause. I'm delighted to have been given the opportunity to speak at such a historic event. This is the level, this is the standard at which sporting organizations in our country needs to strive for. It is wonderful to see the Old Road Football Club leading the charge, leading the direction in which sports in this country should be going. Because you've put in a lot of work, a lot of time to make this happen. And we do not need to wait on the organization that is in charge of a particular sporting disciplines. We can lead by example. Those organizations have their mandate, and we need to have our own mandate. And I'm sure that the sponsors here are indeed delighted to be a part of this historic day. I'm sure that going forward, you will be copycatted, because a lot more people will now begin to have press conferences to announce the official launch of this season, to highlight all of the players, both regional, international, and national, to Antigua Barbuda, signaling that we are ready, we are coming, and Old Road is going for the championship. There is a saying that to whom much is given, much is expected. And my father grew up, was born and raised in Johnson's Point. Our family is nestled throughout the entire South. And my father always taught me that it's good to give, when and where you can. Football has given a lot to me. When I was wondering, how am I going to pay for my education? Football gave me a scholarship and the opportunity for higher education. When I spent 14 years, well, the first time I reversed, first time I went to Jamaica, the first time I went to Barbados, football gave me the opportunity when I represented my country. When I worked for 14 years at Kennedy's, and I decided, well, what's next for me? I need something new. Football gave me an opportunity to become the General Secretary of the Caribbean Football Union. And that opportunity led me to Russia for the World Cup, to Mexico, all over this world. And so I am delighted to be able to support and give back to the community through the Old Road Football Club, to sport, the sport that gave me a lot and gave me the opportunity. So I am happy and delighted to give back to the Old Road Club. This is such a historic day that you have the current and the future political leaders of the community here. Thank you.
All right. All right, now we'll have, the president is here. All right. We now call on the president of the Antigua and Barbuda Football Association, Mr. Everton Battle Gonzalez.
Thank you very much, my good friend Chesley Brown. Let me say a special good night and let me recognize all the protocols already observed. I do believe that neither Chester nor Dabu thought I wasn't coming. Because although others might claim the sentiment promise made, promise kept, you might have found instances where they have not delivered. But under the Everton Bato Gonzalez administration, every promise that has been made, every promise has been kept. And this is another pledge. My speech was not prepared because when I look at the significance of what Old Road Club is doing, I have no fear. But that is what we do at the ABFA. I thought I was just coming to another ABFA's program. And I want to salute Chesley and Nabu and all the other guys that make Old Road great. Vince, good friend. I don't want to go into details because we have a lot of credits for friends. And with ABFA, and I look at the head table, I see these, and just what Old Road is doing, it gives me significant pleasure to say, Old Road, well done, good and faithful servant and supporter of the Antigua and Barbuda Football Association. And despite what the detractors might be whispering in your ears from time to time, let them have a resounding no from you that you are about the continued development of football and to bringing championships to this neck of the woods. Historically speaking, when we look at crowd support at finals at the Premier Division in Antigua and Barbuda, we all can remember the days when Old Road was vying for the cup, and that when we sent out the security to Old Road to find out if anybody was home, nobody was home, but the police didn't have to come after, because the people in Old Road are honest people, and not one single break-in took place at the biggest spectacle of football in Antigua and Barbuda. This is a first, and it's historic. Not many other organizations can boast of such historic events. Here, once again, football is playing a leading role. And as I look over to the audience, I see basketballs here, I see some cricketers here, but I want to tell you that football is head and shoulders above the rest. And with local supporters like Old Road Football Club, we intend to be on the top of football and the top of the sporting organization for a very, very, very long time. I heard the incumbent and current politicians indicate that the economy of Antigua and Barbuda is going through difficult times. I am glad it is you who said that. Because they will not come for you. But had I said that, they would have been at my throats. And I see the significance of that statement as being, if government is having challenging times, providing the requisite support, infrastructure, and the like for sports in Antigua and Barbuda, the ABFA has its challenges also. But we are of the opinion that we surmount them, and with support, like what we've been getting from Old Road, and I'm sure others are going to follow suit, we are still able to attract top-class sponsorship. When I look at Antigua Plumbing and Hardware, I see a man who was around the road in earlier times in one of the storied clubs from the south, but I'm seeing you sitting over here, but we'll have a conversation with that later, my good friends there. Townhouse, KFC, those draws, those are big, big brands that football is attracting. And it shows that other clubs, if they put in the hard work, if they show the level of organization, if they attract first-class persons as their executive members, of course, Old Road will have to be in the top 3 and not in the top 4. In the top 3 and maybe at the front by winning the title. Because when Old Road has won the title, the ABFA has seen mammoth crowds and increased revenue. So once again, Old Road, I salute you. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart of making sure that you've always kept the leadership of the ABFA and its stores. We have not always agreed, but you've found time to dialogue. You've found time to recommend. You've found time to suggest. And with your numerous recommendations and suggestions, we have always looked at them critically, and those that we have placed into action has always been for the resounding benefit of Antigua and Barbuda's football. Let us never forget our mandate. Let us put country above self. Let us put club above self. I want to welcome all the overseas-based players that I see here. It's not an easy role, playing for Old Road, no pun intended. Today, they will love you. Lose the game tomorrow, and they will be at the immigration office asking them to deport you. But all that is part and parcel of sport. You're playing for one of the biggest, and I dare say now, one of the richest clubs in Antigua and Barbuda, much to the envy of the likes of the Jennings and the other. I expect nothing less than fair competition, representing your community as you always did well. Play the game in the spirit of the game. Remember, our game is fair play, and I look forward to your continued support of the ABFA and to the continued development of football in Antigua and Barbuda. And this is not a message from only the current president of the ABFA. This is a message in closing from the president of the ABFA until I tell you that I'm ready to quit. Have a wonderful evening. I'm glad I made it. I didn't remember how far Old Road was. I didn't see OJ's openers yet because I was planning to stop by there when I was going back. But all in all, I'm happy to be here. I want to thank Mr. Pringle, who is a football man. I want to thank Neil, who is also a football man. And this is part of a footballing family. Let us make the 2019-20 season one that we'll never forget. And may the best team win, but secretly, Old Road, if you win, I'll be happy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gonzal, the president of the Antigua Barbuda Football Association. We now have the introduction of the players. All right, I'll now start with Mr. Christian, Venezuelan. Okay, a bit on Christian. In Venezuela, he played for Deportivo Petare in the first division. He also played for Metropolitan FC in the first division and Atletico Suri in the second division. Christian also played in Panama for Club Deportivo, and he also plays in Dominican Republic for Purge FC. Latest, he played for Waterhouse in Jamaica, and that's the last club that he represents, and he's from Venezuela, and his position is midfield. So please welcome Christian.
Let him go back. It's small.
All right, Quinn.
Yeah.
I'm going to be brief. Quinn is from Canada, and he played his recent football in Australia for Northern Rangers FC. If I read all everything that I hear about Quinn, I will not finish it today. So just to tell you that he played in Australia for Rangers FC and is a midfield player also. Please welcome Quinn. Now move on to St. Lucia. Okay, this player will introduce himself.
My name is Otep Lawrence from St. Lucia.
And Mr. Lawrence is a central defender. He plays for W Connection FC in Trinidad and Tobago in February 2018 to present. And he's a national player for St. Lucia national team. Please welcome Colombia. Yalma Salas, nationality Colombia, recommended foot, right foot, and position central defender. And he last played in Nicaragua. So he plays for in a club in Nicaragua. So please welcome Yalma Salas. Fernando, Argentina. Fernando is a defensive midfielder. He plays most of his football in Argentina in the first division. Last place he played was for Club Atletico in Bolivia. Please welcome Fernando. Luciano. Luciano has been all over. He played in Argentina, Switzerland, Israel, and Bolivia. Please welcome Luciano.
What position?
Oh, midfield slash attacking. Okay.
You on camera.
We call him Grenadian. Shimal, goalkeeper. Plays in Trinidad and Tobago for San Juan Jablote Sports Club in 2015-2016. And this is a goalkeeper. He's a national player for Grenada. And he has played 14 times for the Grenadian national team. So please welcome Shimal. Leicester. Leicester is no stranger to Antigua and Barbuda, as they call him the maestro. He dominated the midfield in Antigua and Barbuda last season. He's a St. Lucian international, and we want to welcome back Leicester to Antigua and Barbuda. Just bear with me a bit, you know, technology goes. Alright, next person we have is Armando. Armando is from Cuba, and he has played for the Cuban national team, and he's a striker. Armando, welcome to Old Road FC, and we're looking forward for some goals. Plenty of goals. Yes, Armando. Local players we have present. We have Mr. Jomo Andrew. Jomo Andrew is a national footballer, Antigua and Barbuda. He plays central defense. So, nice to have you back here, Mr. So, Jomo Andrew, big, stocky, burly defender. Now calling him a national player, the future of Oldwood, Raheem Deterville. Raheem Deterville is a member of the Oldwood Football Club. He started playing for the senior team at age 12. He's now a member of the national senior team of Antigua and Barbuda. And Raheem has also had trials in England the last 2 years. Welcome, Raheem Deterville. Jawan Bobula Williams. Jawan has represented the Antigua and Barbuda at the under 17 level. Thought he was overlooked last season for the senior national team and for Young Player of the Year. But, so, this year Jawan I know you're going to dominate again, and I hope that the people that are in charge will see you and see the talent that you have.
Yes.
I think right now, you're the best young left back in Antigua and Barbuda. I want to welcome Blevin James. Blevin James have moved up the ranks from Young Lions and is now with the senior team. And we're looking forward for great things from this young man. Yes. He has a lot of talent and the sky is the limit, Blevin. Welcome to Old Road FC. Rakim Deterville, the brother of Riley Deterville. Rakim Deterville, looking forward for great things from you. We're looking forward to push you to the starting team along with your brother, Rakim Deterville. So we're looking forward for great things from you. Tariq Williams. Tariq Carty, sorry. I don't want Vivian to sue me, so Tariq Carty, sorry. Tariq is a young defender, he's been around for a while with the senior team as well. I think he has played about 5 seasons now with the senior team. And he has stuck with it. He's still very young and he has a bright future ahead. Tariq, again, the sky is the limit. We look forward for great things from you. Alright? Roy Pricker York. Roy York, is nice to have you back with the Old Road FC. We know the talent that you have. I still believe you scored the best goal in Antigua Recreation, bro. Against the goalkeeper from Dominican Republic, and you know how great that keeper was. Right, I think you, along with Trini, I remember when Trini stood up Zaza walking, that goal is in that light, so I still believe you scored one of the best goals in the yard, and it's nice to have you back, and hope we can get something like that this year. Mr. Isaac Nippy Hughes. Isaac, welcome to the family. You're a young, talented player. You played for the national under 17, and it's nice to be with the Old Road FC. And you have a lot to learn from these guys, and the sky is the limit, and we're looking forward for great things from you. David Cotty Henry. Cotty, nice to have you back. Welcome home. Home is where the heart is. Welcome to Old Road FC, and we're looking forward for great things from you. Cotty is a young, upcoming defender, and you have a lot to learn from St. Lucian International and also from Colombia. So work with these guys. And Jomo, you know, Jomo, but don't worry about that. Work with him, alright? Javier Pants Simon. This is a young talent, something that we're looking for great things from. Pants, welcome to the senior team. You've been with us, carrying the water, carrying the uniforms, even though you're with Young Lions, and now you're with us, and we're looking forward for great things from you. Boy, what you eat for? Welcome to Old Road FC. Darren Hastings. I don't want to tell you his story, so it's too much for the media. You ever heard about the Guyanese and he's a yardman. Darren Hastings, welcome to the Old Football Club, and we're looking forward for great things from you. Alright? Thank you. Alright. So you know, Oldwood is not all about, as they say, spending the money on players to come in. We also send players overseas. Presently, we have 2 youngsters in college, in Shako Simon and Mr. Williams, Kimoy Williams. As we said earlier also, we also had 2 young players that we had in England, in Ryan Bitterville and Mitchell Brown. They're back here in Antigua. So we also do send players overseas because we believe sport and education go hand in hand. And all it is all about that. Now, we already introduced the players. Before the photo opportunities, I'm going to introduce the executive of the Old Football Club. I think we have a great executive moving forward. I think it's the most organized executive we have had in years. And I'm happy to be working with these individuals. So, first of all, I call the Madam President up front, Miss Delta Verlin Brown. Oh, that's my sister. That's why she's so beautiful. Oh, she keep her here. This is the president of the Old Football Club. Mr. Gonzalez, we have Vice President, Miss Beautiful Tasha Miller. Secretary, beautiful, talented, what can I say? Miss Zita Edwards. When you look at the executives, you see all women, right? Okay. PRO of the club, Miss Beverly Bitterville, the sister of Ronnie and Rocky. Assistant Treasurer, Miss Jermaine Cornelius. Guys, you see you're supposed to go before the money. Nobody come to me, Jermaine, control the money. Assistant Secretary, finally there's a man in the executive, Miss Joran Philip, Mr. Sorry, too much miss, sorry. Mr. Joran Philip. Treasurer, yours truly, Mr. Chesley Brown, Assistant Coach, Head of Youth Development, and the like. That's me. Yes. Manager of the club for years. You know, I approached him the first time. He never turned me down. Mr. Wentworth Fence Matthew. Coach, Mr. Vincent Nabu Samuel. And Mr. Dharma Watchit Archigoli Deja Williams up top boss. This is the executive, the members running the Old Football Club for the upcoming season. And as I said, I'm very confident with these members, and we're looking forward for great things to come for the Old FC. Thank you, executive. You can have your seat. So we'll have, should we have we do the question and answers first, and then we have the photos. Yes, we do the question and answers. So, Mr. Samuel, you need to come forward. So, it's up to the media now to ask and pop your questions, and anyone else who wish to ask questions. So we have question and answers, and if you want to know anything about, yes, where we get these players from, how do we go about recruiting, and what we're looking forward for the season. I see Mr. Van Roy Burns of ZDK Radio is up.
Good evening, folks. Good evening. Everybody's big enough to hear me. I'm happy to be here in this forum, and of course, it's a moment that everybody should cherish in our road. For the first time, any organized club has something like this, and this is However, there are two questions I want to ask. The first one is that I recognize that the executive is female. Did you patronize the ABFA?
Good question. Yes, I think we should follow in from the ABFA. I think it's a good thing. And when you think about what the ABFA is doing and what football going forward, I think the females are taking the leading role, and I think that's the way forward. That's what we wanted to do for executive as
I noticed on my sheet here I have, I need to notice what it says here, FIFA. So everything is football. Yeah. Football. I noticed on the program that you, on the players, you have something like 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 overseas players. And within that 8 overseas players, you have multi or different languages. Now, the question I want to ask you, the language barrier as related to the players' communication. Do you think that it will enhance or detract from your play setting at the court?
Let me say first of all, on protocol to observe. As far as that is concerned, it's a critical question as far as that is concerned. But for us, quite fortunately, it's a good working scenario. Because if you notice, even though we have languages from different places, a number of the players speak the same language. So everyone from Venezuela, Argentina, Colombia, same thing. Okay? And we particularly chose that based upon position. So if all midfielders are understanding what all midfielders do, we're good. If defenders are understanding what defenders are doing, it's better. Okay? And to be quite frank with you, the couple of days that these guys are here, those that are all English has catch on. Solo. You know what that means. Everyone knows what solo means. Football language. Cool it down. Slow it down. Tranquilo. That's for us to slow it down and move it around. And the English players are already understanding that. We are quite fortunate also to have in the person of the Venezuelan who speaks both. So whenever there is a little niche, he clears it up for us. So we didn't have to go out to find an interpreter. The interpreter is here already in the team.
In a previous interview with you on the radio station, I asked you a particular question. Bringing the overseas players to Montego, and where will it come from? Will it hamper the development of youngsters in the community? You said to me in non-certain terms that it will enhance because they have a responsibility to train the youth or give something back to the youth. You still stand by that point?
Yeah, most definitely. And we had something brandishing around that him. We were spending a lot of money to bring in players. But the price of development is priceless. Okay, and what we are all about is to move our younger players to the next level. Okay, our younger players must move to the next level. So, 1-2 years down the road, they must be able to take over the mantle and prevent us from bringing so much individuals. The reality is it's a small community, okay? Big in stature, but small in the amount of footballers that we have. And we have 2 teams, okay? Some are relegated to the lower division because the material is just not good enough, okay? And what we have noticed, as a result of these players being here, and I'm going back for like 2 years before, 2 years before this, when we had the Jewels here, we have young players still calling themselves Jewels. So at least something from him rubbed off. And what we are fortunate to have at this point in time, and we clearly did some recruiting, these are all professionals. These individuals that we have here now eat, speak, and drink football. It's not about the usual thing where we have players as soon as the game finishes, say, we have 2 magnums in our back pocket and front pocket. It's all about that. It's not all about that for us. Because these sponsors put a lot of money into this. A lot of money into this, and we must respect that. And as we said, if we have 2 players moving on to the national level, on the 17 level, on the 16 level, on the 15 level, because we have players here 15 years old. And for me, these 15-year-olds are my first selection. Because that's the continuity we're thinking about. That's what we did with Raheem. I'm welcome to see, happy to see Pricker and Cutty back. But these individuals we had invested in the early stages when I was at Old Road. And the mandate still continues. That is the mandate for us. Okay, Levan, young school on the 17. We're looking to move these individuals to the next level. That's our mandate. So then, when you put a dollar figure to that, hey, you cannot match that. And as we noticed earlier, we have 2 players in university. That's the objective. And these guys here now are mandated to train these guys, bring them up in that level, show them the level of discipline that is required to move to the next level. And definitely get into school. If next year, Jawan is off, Isaac is off, then we're happy with that. We search other places to 2 younger players to bring forward. And it's important for us. Each one of these individuals, young individuals, steps out of the old road into a higher education, okay, or even get an opportunity to go abroad like Raheem for training.
One last question though. Also on my sheet there, you see I have a number of sponsors. And big sponsors too. Highlight me or inform me. How will you go about attracting these huge sponsorship?
To be quite frank, we're not going to be standing here to give away that secret right now. Because we are hoping that we could do justice to these sponsors so that when other people come in knocking at the door, they say, no man, we got Old Road. Our negotiation skills is something that you will have to be digging under the rocks and stones to try to find, and there's so much rocks and stones in Old Road.
Yeah, well done now.
Yeah, there's up two quick questions. First, I see you brought together a very impressive team. Now, as far when you were recruiting the makeup of your team, is it that you just look for the best players at certain positions, or it's based on your strategic mind and how you intend to play? And you just have the best players that you believe will fit that system?
First of all, when we did our evaluation for the last season, right, we were here and then we end up there. Okay, so we looked at all the players that we brought in. Okay, and let me first begin by saying, Old Road is such a big caliber at this point in time. We don't recruit players, players recruit us. So on the list, we have at least 15, 16 players still knocking on the doors. We begin to give people players now too. Other clubs. Help other clubs by giving them players. Because of the players have individuals have given us players also. But then we look at the resume, okay? There are certain questions that we shoot at these individuals because, as we said, we are taking the ball way up above. So we need disciplined individuals. Discipline is a hallmark of what we're trying to do with. Exemplified discipline. I can call out, let's say, Leicester, based upon the experience we had with Leicester last year. Okay? Quite exemplary. Then he recommended one player to us. And me and the coaching staff had no other mandate but say, hey, if Leicester recommend that guy, he has to be positive. So he's on board. We have two brothers. So then we're now bridging the barrier language. These two Argentines are two brothers. Okay, so then they come from understanding one another, understanding how each other plays. Okay, chess assistant coach was really instrumental also in going over the profile. He would have gotten the players, send them to me, we scrutinize, we sit down, and we call upon the boss, because nothing can be done without the boss. Up top. We call the boss, hey, this is the situation, this is the scenario. I like him. Assistant coach like him. The boss says, hey, you're in charge of that. If you like them, I like them too. So you gotta roll with that. But definitely it was a carefully thought out situation, okay, based upon also positioning. And our latest member, which is a striker, came highly recommended, and I think that Mr. Cochran can take a lot of the credit for that. So then, by extension, the president can raise his hands a little bit to take some of the credit for that, because we use his statics in order to get the Cuban exchange program. And that was the final project that we had at this point in time. Our goalkeeper is coming back. He performed creditably last year, being sought by a number of clubs. And we got to be doing something well that every time we bring a player here, during the course of the year, somebody starting looking for them. Somebody going behind our back and pushing some money in their pocket and everything. Okay? The fact is, Old Road is Old Road, and the community itself, the supporters itself, add credence to these individuals.
You spoke about a little bit of a gap with last season. You know, what are some of the things that you think you guys need to work on or will need to become your strengths, you know, in order to bring success into the upcoming season? Maybe things that you may not have done last season or things that you're highlighting this season that you believe will propel you so much for the performance?
Last year to us was a rocky road for us. We lost our captain and chief goal scorer at a critical time. So we hit the snag at that point in time. But then we went on a run. Okay, we went on a run that could be estimated as one of the better runs ever in recent years. It's obvious that having won X amount of games in a row, there was at least some point in time that something would have happened. But now what we did this year is now to blend that with a little bit of experience. Individuals who had a number of caps on their belt so that they could handle that sort of situation. Okay, because where we think we've lost it is that the experience of some individuals, a high percentage of the team, did not ever reach to that position. Okay, they were never ever champions. Okay, but then when we looked at it now, and if you notice also, from the Caribbean, we only want national team players. Football is being what it is at this point in time. We need players that are currently playing in the Caribbean Cup. So when they would have finished that and they came here, they would have been fit. So the trainer would have that all that work, running people, running, trying to get people fit. And these guys that we have here, they're fit physically and mentally. And that's what we need to carry us through. We are looking to have a much better start. Over the years, when we realized that we faltered, okay, it's because our start was not to the best of our liking. This time around, we need to have that start. We're looking to have that start. And I can guarantee you, once we get that start, all our boats will be sinking.
Good evening, everybody. Astor Joseph, football profile 268. Two questions, Old has a reputation of bringing in top class talent in my circle. My personal favorite being Jules. You've had a situation before where you bring in players, they come, they shine. Next season, somebody gives them more or gives them something that you're not giving them this season and they go on to next one. It happened already this season, right?
Yeah.
That's good. How do you plan on? It's a frustration. It's frustration, right? It's frustration.
No, for us, really, truly, it's not a frustration because we work on a budget. So when you see people bringing in 8 and 9, I don't know how they do it. We know how we do our stuff, and you don't go above that budget because we want to be able to make sure that everyone is happy, including our local players. So if a man comes this year and says, look, let's say for example, I'm throwing a ball figure, I want $2,000. So well, if you want $2,000, you got to find it some other place. Simple. If we have a player that came 1 year, and he comes the next year, it's most natural, he has proven his pedigree, so we have to tap him up. First time players, standard. And it has been standard over the years. That's what we work with. If you don't want that, sorry, you'll have to move to the next level or move to who's going to give you that. Because at the end of the day, and I can stand there and fully boast about that, Old doesn't owe no one.
Yeah. That's right. A lot of clubs at this point in time, players coming to us barring murder. I mean, been paid for last season and 2 and 3 seasons before. We don't deal with that. So we set our budget. This is what we're working with. You either take it or leave it.
That's right.
Yeah, well said.
You mentioned some players that graduated from Young Lions to Gold. Is there a collaboration between both clubs? And is it a downfall to them? Because per se you're bringing in their best players to your club. Does it affect them from coming up to the next level?
I wonder if that is a downfall because on given days before the overseas players came in, they had more players training than us. There are a lot more players training than us, and there's, to be quite frank with you, Old is blessed with a number of young players. And we're happy that what we wanted to do more or less is to stay together, bring the young players from their end coming up. But I hear the Young Lions has their agenda and we have to be comfortable with what they want. They want to reach to the Premier also, you understand? And more or less, these players, when you see back here from Young Lions, actually they're Old players. They just got unruly and stepped down instead of staying with us and understand that it's a development process. And now they're back. They came to the senses and now they're back because they realize their true ability. And they realize now at this point in time, in order for them to move to the next level, not saying that they would not move to the next level as far as Young Lions is concerned. But we have to share the young players, and the reality is we needed these players this year because we needed, I think it's time enough now that these players step up and move to the next level, and we thought that we had enough quality players to more or less gel with them so that they can learn their trade and understand that down the road, hey, let's take for instance that you said players move. If they're ready to move, there are players there to replace them because they would have gotten the training from these players that are here this year.
Have you already identified a system or formula and
Am I introducing a system or a system of playing as them guys? These guys will answer that question because we move from a level that We bring players to fit our system, not bring them here and then look for a system for them to play. So they would have understand, and yes, two different systems, defensively and attackingly, and that's always the mandate of every coach in the beginning of the season. So we're happy that those that we have here fit squarely into what we're trying to do. Okay, thanks everyone, and the questions are really challenging, but I do hope that you understand the mandate of the Old Football. Okay?
Now we have the photo opportunities. I think the entire team, the sponsors, and the executive take a photo. Yeah.
Done.